Raheem, we're in the show. All right. Hey, everybody. This is James Peters coming to you from my pandemic headquarters here in the Vinings area. Just I hope want to just wish you guys happy Monday. Hopefully everybody is out there safe and still exercising social distancing. I think that's important, regardless of what the governor said. I want to make sure that you guys are staying safe. Don't be out there in the streets. It's too early. It's too early. Let's not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Let's exercise some patience, and take our time and get out there. Thankful you guys that you're able to join my show here. Looks like it's about almost bi-weekly now, as opposed to weekly. But I try to get on here as much as I can to make sure I give you guys useful content in the real estate arena. I do have a guest that's going to be joining me shortly here, Robin Hutchison. She joined me before. Raheem, did you see Robin? Because she actually called me. So I'm not sure if she's in the waiting room or anything like that.
No, she's not here yet.
You want to take a peek in there?
No, she's not here yet.
But Robin will be joining us shortly. And really what I wanted to cover today is just kind of give it a reminder, going over the process of buying a home. If this was a goal for yours in 2020, it still can be a goal. Lo and behold, houses are still flying off the shelf in this market. What we're seeing now is, there was a little bit of a blip in terms of the run rate that we had going into the year, but we are seeing a lot of activity. I'm trying to pull up some data here as we go through. We are seeing a lot of activity in the housing market, and folks are, like I said, still good getting out there. You still got to be safe. You got to exercise social distancing. Hey, Robin.
Hey.
Go.
Hey.
I don't think we can hear her, Raheem. You want to give us a quick mic check?
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check,
still
1 2 1 2.
No volume. Maybe it's me. No.
Let's try.
Here's where I make a comment about being seen and not heard. But anyway,
that won't last for long.
But that's not me. I'm not that guy.
I won't allow it.
Right.
Let's try this.
Raheem, we still cannot see. We can see Robin, but we can't hear Robin. Robin, check it at the bottom.
I'm checking the thing.
You see that?
Can you hear me now?
Again.
No. Hold on.
Little technical difficulties.
See, when I do it like that, you could say, Robin, say something.
Hello.
You can hear it now, can't you, James?
I can't hear Robin at all.
Oh, okay. Robin, go out and come back in for us if you don't mind.
Okay.
That's all right. Hey, we're all in the age of technology, and a lot of folks are having to do this as they work at home, right? Well, I'm having to do this in terms of when I do buyer consultations and do listing consultations. We're doing it using Zoom. We're doing it using whatever sharing tool that you can leverage.
Can you hear me?
Just because that was the days and time. There she goes.
Can you hear me?
Yay!
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Yeah. Hey, Raheem, I liked it better the other way.
Yeah, that'll never happen again.
Well, hey guys, I wanted to introduce to you one of the lenders that I use. Is a great lender, Robin. Drum roll, please. Hutchison. Robin,
Hi, everyone.
Give the audience kind of a brief introduction. I know you've been on this program with me before, but give them an introduction.
My name is Robin Hutchison. I'm with Cardinal Financial. We do everything, FHA, VA, all of the programs that you could want. Been in the lending game for a minute. really care about delivering good customer service and communication. And I'm excited to be here.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, no, I've worked with Robin on multiple transactions. She's good at what she does. She gets the job done, and her customer service is top notch. So, I mean, as you go through the buying process, you want to have a team that has folks with experience, a team that has folks that, quite honestly, sometimes have to think out of the box, and look for creative solutions to common or to not common problems, but to uncommon problems. Hey guys, I'm gonna do one thing real quick. I am going to put my phone on privacy, do not disturb, because after 6, I'm a popular guy. Everybody's trying to hit my phone. Okay, maybe not that popular, but just in case that there's maybe a bill collector coming after me, let me go ahead and put
I doubt that too. I doubt that too. That's business. That's business. That's business on the line.
Yeah. No. I've been blessed. Fortunately, things have been going well. So everybody out there, I mean, as I kind of was doing my introduction, I hope you guys are, like I said, practicing safe distancing.
Yeah.
You see, what we're doing now is, Robin is over there in her pandemic office. Up there, I believe
Right.
she's in the Kennesaw area.
Yes, Kennesaw Ackworth.
Kennesaw Ackworth, and I'm over here in my pandemic office in the Vinings area. Just staying out of harm's way, but we can still get business done. I mean, that's the message I want to get across to everybody, that in the real estate in general has been deemed essential during this process. All right, and what that means is that we still have to go out and help our clients buy and sell homes. What we're doing differently is we're protecting ourselves, and we're offering protection to our clients as we go through the process. All right, so again, we're doing virtual tours if they're available on for the buyer clients if they want to go see a property, but do not want to get physically into that property. So we do virtual tours. We are doing virtual tours. Obviously, I do virtual tours for my listings. So I make sure that, again, they have, I walk through the house and to make sure we can have something we can send and upload in the MLS that we can send to our clients or to the prospects who want to look at homes. So they get a feel for the home. When I do take somebody out, take a buyer out, again, we're gloved up, we're masked up, and we hopefully that the listing has opened all the doors, which will allow us to come in the front door and then see every room without having to touch a doorknob or a light switch. All right. The whole idea is, especially on homes that are still lived in, we don't want, this virus is, there's a lot of things that are uncertain about this virus. And we want to make sure that we don't, that we protect ourselves, protect the clients, and protect the homeowner. All right. So, but like I said, just to kind of give you a reminder, and Robin, I don't know if you saw when I posted this. All right. So the past week, there were 2,700 plus homes listed.
I saw that. Yeah.
All right. In Atlanta, 2,700 homes listed. All right. That tells you that there's still homes out there that people are still trying to sell, people are still trying to buy, and it's still a good time. You can find what you want, right? Mm-hmm. Almost 2,000 of those homes went pending, or the homes that were out there went pending of the existing inventory. What pending means that they went from that basically a contract was offered, was accepted, and now they're in due diligence. All right. Another 1,000 moved to under contract. All right, which means that, hey, they got past due diligence, they did their inspection, they did everything they needed to do to get to that point, and they moved further down the pipeline towards closing. But the surprising thing is, I know that a lot of folks out there that are playing a waiting game. And this is not the market to wait.
To wait.
Right?
Right.
I know folks are asking me, hey, James, hey, how's the market out there? Is there going to be a big price drop? The answer is no. All right. At least not in this situation, because there's only 3 to 4 months of inventory of homes available. And what that means is normally in a seller's market is 3 to 4 months. In a buyer's market, it's going to be 6+ months, right? Right. We are nowhere near a buyer's market right now. And what's happened in the industry for buyers. Well, I mean, you could tell, Robbie, you could talk about what happened. How lenders had started protecting themselves,
Right.
and what tactics they took.
Right. So a lot of people think that, oh, I'm going to wait for a bunch of foreclosures to hit the market. But what is not being considered in that is really what we would have to go through financially as a company to get to that point. So where we are at this stage in the game is lenders are doing something that we call overlays, which is basically lender protection. So maybe changing the credit score, because as the market gets worse as far as financially with foreclosures and so forth, then lenders take more protection. So you could be waiting yourself out of the best time to qualify. So a lot of lenders have taken the minimum credit score up. A couple of months ago, I could do a 580 credit score. Now the minimum is a 620. So the type of protections that have been put in place. So if you're in a place where you can qualify now, now's the time. Rates are not going to get, I don't know what could happen to make rates lower. Rates are phenomenal right now. There's a lot of people waiting for something that honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. It takes at least 6 months to foreclose a property. So you'd be waiting a year out before, even if that happens, we'd be way down the line before it would happen. And then the qualifications become harder. So right now is a beautiful time to buy. Rates are low. There are people that want to sell, and there are people that are waiting. So you can put yourself really in an opportune place if you are pre-qualified upfront, meaning you've already gone through the underwriting process and you are good to go. This is the time that you want to jump on the inventory that's there, because again, like Jane said, it's still a seller's market as far as inventory in Atlanta is concerned. So I don't know if that exactly spoke to what exactly you were asking. But
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, it was what are lenders doing to protect themselves, and what people, if your credit score is strong, don't wait. Don't wait.
Your credit score, especially if your credit score is just at a point, and there's really no reason to wait right now. I can't think of a better time. I don't know what, because I get the question a lot, like, should I wait until prices drop? But the impact of that would be a year at least away. And again, people aren't considering what would have to happen. So credit scores are going to change. Think about even this year as far as income is concerned. Right now, you're not having to provide 2019 W-2. You bought a house right now, I would not be asking you for your 2019 W-2. We're on 2018. The taxes aren't due yet. Or it would be 2019, but not for tax returns. When we get to 2020, you may make less income this year because of this whole pandemic. So these are things that are going to be considered. Next year, most people are going to make less money. It's going to shrink the amount of house that you could qualify for. The prices aren't going down like that, but your income may. A lot of people are taking advantage of things that are being offered at their company, like furloughs. Those things still impact, they're still considered as far as income is concerned. So if you are in a position to buy right now, whether you are just breaking the credit line, which again, as I stated, for me is 620, and my company is one of the ones that are still like, if you can find a company doing 620, that's awesome right now. Most of the major lenders, like, well, I want the major, but everybody says, no, I want to go through my bank. and banks aren't able to do as much most times as other companies, a lending company would be able to do. They're asking for credit scores. Quicken, I think, is at a 660 or a 680. So the credit score criteria is actually going up. It's becoming harder to get the loan, not easier. So you may be waiting for a price reduction that's actually going to move you out of the market of being able to buy. So if you're good to go right now, it's a beautiful time to do it.
Right. No, absolutely. Absolutely. And, and quite honestly, right now is a great time just because, there are folks that are sitting on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for you to jump in,
right,
and get, get what's going to work for you. Hey, Robin, turn your sound down a little bit.
I want you to hear me loudly. Is that better?
I can't tell. Raheem, is that better?
What, you wanted to say something?
I think we're getting a little bit of feedback or something.
Feedback? Is that better, Raheem?
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. All right. Well, the show goes on.
Okay.
Hold on, Rob. Like that. Just like that. Don't say anything. There you go. That's the perfect. Let me stop.
That's not gonna last. You know that.
Yeah, that
you
joke
know
it's not working today. All right. So, what? So this week in real estate. Let me cover all that. Hey, first of all, I want to say happy belated birthday to my mom.
Aww.
My mom's birthday was on the 26th. 77 years young.
All right. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah. She got a lot of love on my Facebook page, probably more love than I get. What's up with that? Everybody gets more love on my Facebook page than I do.
That makes
I'm
sense.
sure there's going to be a lot of comments like, hey, Robin, how's it going, Robin? My page be dry, drip dry, just be dead. But that's why I bring in guests like Robin, so at least there'll be some activity on my page. But no, happy birthday to Mom. 77 years young.
All right.
Wish I could be down there to celebrate with you, but as we got a pandemic going on. Everybody else, do not drink any detergent or any bleach. I'm just saying, trying to
putting that out there.
Give you real news instead of the fake news that your president was giving you.
All this guidance we're getting.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. And stay safe.
Right.
All right. Stay safe.
Hey, don't go bowling right now. How about that?
Huh?
Don't go bowling right now.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
You really need to bowl
no bowling right now. No bowling now. Right. So let's talk about the benefits of home ownership, and then Robin, I want you to chime in. Well, actually, I guess we can do that, and then we'll jump into kind of the process, and then you can chime in to kind of some things that you do, your role as a lender, and how you support the team in the purchasing process, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Raheem, do you have that slide? Were you able to get those slides in or not?
Yes, sir. I have one ready for you.
If you could put up the benefits of home ownership. We're trying something new, people. So the next, the other one, the benefits. Wow, that kind of blocks our face off. Anyway, we can move that. No, it's gonna be right in the middle, huh?
Hey.
I know, right? Let me slide over to the side. We're gonna be peeking over the corner. All right. We got to work on that to resize it so I'm not like kind of peeking over here. Hey. I can't even do a straight face. Hold on. All right. Hey guys. And maybe we'll do it without the slides, Raheem. It's well, actually, okay, yeah.
I mean, so it's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
You can see it.
Okay. We'll put it back up there. We'll talk about the 6 benefits, and then we'll jump into the purchasing process. All right. 6 benefits of home ownership, and a lot of folks, when I ask this question, what does it mean to you? Folks will say happiness. Establish some roots, someplace, and getting into a better school district for my kids, right? And those are only three of the ones, especially with first-time home buyers, that they see. But there's a lot of financial benefits. But I mean, let's touch base on the happiness. You got to be happy, all right? Having your own piece of land, having your own place where to rest, all right? Obviously, establishing roots in a community is great. Allows you to feel safe and meet your neighbors, and just establishing kind of where you live, right? The educational piece, they say kids that grow up in homes that their parents own, they tend to do better in school. All right. The other piece that comes out of that, it's not educational, but it's more generating or creating generational wealth. That kids that live in homes or grew up in homes that their parents own, they tend to be homeowners themselves. All right. So now you're helping breaking the cycle with yourself, but also continuing and allowing them to help generate some wealth. And the way you generate wealth with home ownership, first of all, you get a tax savings that you do not get today. All right, if you're renting, right, you can't deduct anything from your rent. All right, so you get a tax savings, so you're able to deduct the interest. See if I can peek around the corner.
Yeah, I changed my mind. It can go.
You're able to deduct the interest from that mortgage, right? All right. The other piece is that house is going to appreciate. That is real estate. It definitely goes up over time as long as you have a long-term trajectory, long-term thoughts. I mean, a game plan. This is not a speculative business where you jump in today and in a year you get out. No, you stay in there for 5 years. Generally, the market goes up. All right. I bought my house here. My pandemic office that resides in. I bought that in 2016 for $215. All right. The last one that sold in my neighborhood, as of last week, actually, was sold at $260.
Nice.
All right. So short period of time, $45,000.
Nice.
Not bad. All right. Now on the equity piece, that $215 that I paid, well, I don't owe that anymore. I owe about $183. Right. So round up to $185. All right. So now you're talking about basically $30,000 from the $215 that I paid.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Add that to the 45. Now you're talking about $75,000 worth of value there being created in 4 years. All right. So I mean,
really can't beat that.
That's a lot. That's a lot of gain.
Genius.
Right? And when I sell my house, I can get the benefit of that and roll that over into another mortgage. Put $10,000 down. Put the rest in the bank. All right. So I mean, those are the benefits I wanted to share with you guys. Raheem, if you could flip to the purchasing process slide. There you go. We got to find a way to make that smaller.
Or can he slide it over me while you talk?
Yeah. Yeah, block her out.
That's going to be short-lived.
Yeah, it is. All right. So, I mean, this is the process. And actually, I'm going to actually, let's I'm sorry, man, to put you back and forth on this. Let's take this down. I can talk everybody through it, but I do want Robin to spend a little time talking about what she does. But the first step is meeting with a real estate professional, which is me. All right. Or, any real estate professional. I prefer you be me. No, it's all about me. No, but no, actually, it's meeting with a real estate professional, right? Because that is, we help our clients through this process day in, day out. Mm-hmm. All right. So the tricks of the trade, we know it. All right. Knowing what's going on in the market, we have our finger on the pulse of the market. All right. And every day our experience base is growing because each transaction, while it's the same process, it is different in nature. It is so different. All right. Second step is what is getting pulled in and meeting a lender that's going to tell you what to do to be pre-approved, and that would be Robin. Robin, take it away.
All right. Well, I actually wanted to kind of touch back a little bit on what James said about meeting with a professional real estate agent. If you don't see the value of that, I'm currently working with someone who is buying a home that they were already familiar with. And because of that, they thought, oh, I don't need a realtor. But the absence of the realtor has really illuminated for me, it's the basic questions. Even if you are familiar with the house, you're not familiar with the process. You're not familiar with the need for, say, an inspection, even though you've been living in the house, or at what point where you're at in the transaction. Are we at appraisal? So these are the things where a professional really comes into play, and really someone who is representing you and your best interest. Even if you feel like you're already solid in the property, you're looking at it for sale by owner, you feel like you don't need someone to represent you, it's really just more beneficial than you know. So, and James, as he stated, we've done a lot of transactions together. I respect his professionalism and how he conducts his business, and that's another key benefit for someone buying a house, is someone who actually is professional, diligent, knows how to get the job done, because this market moves very quickly. So where I come into play is to make sure that you have your finances in line to do that. And more so, well, I can't really put your finances in line for you, but I can guide you through preparing for it, the things that you need to do in order to be financially sound to buy a home. And it's a lot less complicated than you would think. It most of the time we just need to know, I say this all the time, we need to know what we need to know. So you need to know the things that you need to prepare. I said a little bit earlier, credit scores are changing. And these are things that fluctuate, again, lender protections. It is not changes in credit score requirements are not coming from the investors like FHA or Fannie Mae. It's coming from the individual companies doing business, as they need to protect their interest in a changing market, because things are a little bit, they're moving around a bit right now. So what you're looking at doing is being stable. That's what a lender is looking for, stability. It's not, you don't have to make a ton of money. You have to balance that money correctly. So what you're looking to do is be 2 years on a job. You're looking to, or at least I say that, but you can be 2 years in the same profession. Education does count. So if you're just coming out of college, that counts as your experience. So you need that. You want to have saved money. There's financial things that you are going to pay for right out of the gate. When you meet with James and you guys find the house of your dreams, first thing that's coming down is your earnest money. So you're going to have to put some money down to say, like, I'm true and I intend to buy this property. That is your money, and it does come back to you in the end of the transaction, but it is something that is processed immediately. You are paying for the inspection and the appraisal, which I'm sure James will guide you through, but these are immediate costs. As far as down payment is concerned, you are looking at, most first-time home buyers go through an FHA program, and that is because it's more lenient, to tell you the truth. You want to put yourself financially in a position where you don't have a lot of debt when you're going in, but FHA is a government loan, and they're going to be more lenient with the amount of debt that you're allowed to carry. So a lot of people start off with the FHA loan, which is a 3.5% down. There are down payment assistance programs out there, but a lot of them, honestly, in this market have been halted. And I don't know when they are going to return. So what I do is talk to you about what's available, what program works best for you in the moment now, ways to pull that money. Your down payment doesn't have to be cash that you have sitting in the bank. It could be in your 401k. It could be in stock investments. It could be a gift from an immediate family member, and they can give you the whole down payment. So these are things that we would look at. Closing cost is a cost
When you
separate.
say immediate family member, no, I was gonna make a bad joke. Never mind. Go ahead.
Or James, Uncle James
right. Yeah,
would love
yeah,
to give you your down payment. So basically, the lending process is people get frustrated, but I like to let you know it is documentation. All we're really trying to do is establish your stability, your financial soundness by how stable you are. How have you paid your bills? How have you worked? And what's the likelihood that that stability is going to continue? So it's my job to help you establish and document these things so that you're ready. So what I like to do is do it all in the beginning. So you call me, we talk, we review where you're at and determine whether or not you are ready to move forward at that time. If not, I put you on a path to get you there because sometimes it's just a matter of guidance. Past that, I like to put you straight through to underwriting so that you're in a place where you can make an offer and be ready to buy a house, especially in this market. I want to give you back to James as quickly as possible so that you can get out.
Let me chime in there and talk about the importance of two things, right? Well, one, she mentioned the getting you on a path to buy if you're not ready. All right. Yeah. A lot of lenders will abandon you if you don't have the 620, and they're gonna throw you away or put you they're not going to give you the assistance you need or talk to you about kind of what it's going to take for you to get there. Now, Robin, you guys still have that simulator where you guys can take a look at?
Yeah, I do. I have a simulator where I can say, okay, if you do this, this, and this, this is what's going to improve your score. I will even do that, honestly, if you're at a breaking point. There are interest rate breaks at certain credit scores. So if you are at a threshold where if you were up a few points, then you would get a better rate, then I'm always going to look at that for you because my job is also to get you the best rate, the best deal possible that's available to you. If it means that you pay off a credit card, if it means that we, manipulate where you are just a little bit, it takes an additional month or two to get you the best product, then that's what I'm going to help you do. And that actually stems from, James has heard me tell this time and time again, but I like to share it with people. The first time that I tried to buy a house, I just knew that it was a done deal. I'm going to buy this place. It's mine. I'm going to get it. I had mentally moved in and I had a great job. I was financially sound. I was good to go. And I was ready to give notice where I was at my little apartment. And I had to track the guy down, call just to hear like, oh yeah, you didn't qualify, with no direction, no instructions, like, hey, all you need, and it wasn't a lot. In retrospect, when I figured out what I needed to do to prepare, it wasn't a lot. No one took that time. And because of that, it's been a thing with me to make sure that I never do that to someone. I want to offer you direction. That's what we're here for. That should be our job. It's not about just, you're not ready now, and then somebody just toss you to the side. You need direction. I'll work as hard at it as you will. I will meet you where you're at. So I've had people, I have one right now that I'm working last year, went over with her what she needed to do, and we're in underwriting right now today. So if you are determined and you set your goals, anybody can be a homeowner. You just need to know what you need to do to accomplish it. So.
Okay. Also touch base on taking them all the way through underwriting and what the benefit is of that. In fact, let me jump
that's
on
a beautiful
this,
thing. Every company doesn't offer it. At this point, I love it. It's just the thing. I pretty much do it with everyone that I come in contact with. The benefit of going all the way through underwriting, because there's two things that you can get. You can get a pre-qualification, And that's just the basics of, I look at your income, I look at your credit report, and I say, yep, looks like you can do it. And that's pretty much it. And you can get a letter that will allow you to shop what you need when you take to a realtor. You need to say, I'm at least minimally pre-qualified to look at home. The really what you want though, the golden ticket is a pre-approval. Your pre-approval means that an underwriter has looked over your file, because there are things that I might not see in that brief thing. There's things that I don't know where underwriters get some of the stuff that they get, but they do, and it's a hiccup that can cause you to fall out. So there's a few benefits that I can think of right off the top of my head. If you are approved in the beginning, I briefly mentioned earlier that you have to pay for an inspection, you have to pay for an appraisal. Those things are done within the first, not even 10 days of your offer. Within a week, James going to order that inspection like this. And that's going to be $300 to $500 immediately out of your pocket. The next thing that happens is the appraisal. This is all before you get to underwriting. So with that, you've already spent close to $1,000, not to mention your earnest money, which you can get back, but you've spent $1,000 almost in money that won't be returned to you, just to get to a point where an underwriter says, no, you don't qualify for these reasons. And there are things that are unforeseen to your loan officer. So you eliminate.
I'm going to jump in real quick. I've had clients that, quite honestly, came to me with a different lender. All right. And they did not do their due diligence. They did not take them all the way through underwriting. All right. And then we hit those walls when they actually, kind of peel back
the layers,
peel back the onion and realize, okay, they had this issue, they had that issue that needed to be addressed. Mm-hmm. All right. I was fortunate enough that I was able to work through it and save their earnest money. Mm-hmm. All right. So we didn't lose that. But I mean, on the inspection, they both lost that inspection money. Mm-hmm. All right, because again, they came to me with a lender in place. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I would have moved them over to Robin. In fact, after I got their earnest money back, I did move them over to Robin. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So she's working from now, right now. trying to get them through, making sure that we've taken them through underwriting. We know what the which issues are. These are the things that we can identify now and position them so they can buy in the future. It takes a little bit longer, but quite honestly, I'd rather do that and then knowing that I have a few less sleepless nights, mm-hmm. Knowing that okay, fine, I feel confident that this transaction will go through. I feel confident that when we say, hey, this is the amount of home they can purchase, that we know that it's not going to be that blip. And I want the experience that my clients have to be phenomenal, right? Mm-hmm. I want them to, this is an important time in your life, whether it's your first home or your sixth home or it's an important time, right? And you want to make sure that okay, fine, that the things that are going to there's enough uncertainty in this world right now, mm-hmm. right? That you want to make sure that buying a home is not one of those elements. Right. So,
and that clients do sleep a lot easier is one thing because people are nervous. It's a major undertaking. You're about to spend, upward of $100,000. Basically, you're spending $100,000. That's going to make anybody nervous unless you're Puffy or Beyonce or somebody. But the average person, it's a big deal. So when you're looking at that, before these pre-underwrites were allowed, there were, people worry all the way through, like, I hope nothing goes wrong, and you're nervous. But when you've already been through underwriting and you know that these are the final things, these last 5 things are all we need to go ahead and close on a home, then it makes the experience much more relaxing for the person that's buying the home. And additionally, another benefit of that is when you can tell a seller, when James can say, we've already been through underwriting, we're good to go. In a competitive market like we have here in Atlanta, if you've got 5 offers, but your offer is the only one that's been completely through underwriting, who's going to get that bid? you know,
It's
that,
powerful.
huh?
It's powerful to be able to do that.
Powerful. It definitely is. So is honestly, it's a tool that I use all the time just to knock it out. It lets me know exactly what the underwriter is looking for from me so that I can say that to you so that you can prepare, and it puts you in a better place to be able to shop with a peace of mind that you definitely are able to buy the property that you're looking at. There's not going to be any hiccups later in the deal as long as you stay in the same position. That's the other thing. I've had that happen, which is it's important when you're buying a house, just because when you're pre-underwritten and you have that approval, what you don't want to do is go out and buy the furniture on your credit card for your new house,
No.
because I'm pre-approved, right? I can buy the furniture. No, don't buy anything. For the love of God, please don't buy a car. Don't buy anything until you close on your house, because that could change your financial position, which is key. You don't want to add any more debt to the situation where you're at. Close the house and then go crazy. Go to
Right.
room to go or wherever you want to be and go bananas. But don't buy anything at all. Or it's important to, you can call, like I've had some people go overboard, like, can I get a new cell phone? Yes, you can get a new cell phone, but that's another reason why it's important to have that communication with your loan officer, to feel comfortable to call and ask those questions. Because a lot of people feel like, oh, I don't want to bother them or whatever. You need someone that's going to be open to text, email, communication, because it's a big process all the way through. So.
All right. So I was typing fast when I jumped on, and I see my number is actually wrong. It is
Oh, and I was
678
always pressed because mine doesn't even have my number. So I was like, God, I didn't put my number.
948-5502. So 678-948-5502. Raheem, is there a way we could change that on the fly? Maybe, I don't know.
I was so impressed with the fact that you had done that.
Right. I'm looking at it for 40 minutes and then realize that, whoops.
That's not it.
I won't be able to, James. You actually got to do it on your end.
But anyway, I agree with what Robin says in terms of the it's the 948. So 678-948-5502. Yeah, but having that gone through pre-approval, it seems like it takes longer on the front end, but you know what? This is a process that has a timeline. When you go under contract, there's a timeline. So you get 5 to 7 days for the due diligence period. All right. So just kind of recapping the
Wait,
steps.
can you touch on the fact that you said it takes longer, but it saves time in the end? So you're actually also able to offer a faster closing because you've been through that. So it's the same amount of time that it's taking. It's just upfront instead of in the end. Just wanted to.
Right. But I mean, again, it makes you when we say go. So now the offer has been accepted, right? You got a certain amount of time to do all the steps, right? And you're moving with a little bit of more confidence that that we can nail those dates. That they won't be driven from the financial contingency perspective, but other things can happen, but that's not going to be one. So at least that 7 to 10 days you get for due diligence. And what I mean by that is, when you put an offer on a house, you get 7 to 10 days to go, 5 to 10 days to go look and get it inspected. And you want that inspector to go through that house because they're going to come up with a report. And off that report, we're going to say, hey, Mr. Home Seller, we need to address these things in order for this transaction to continue. All right. And we got to get that done. Then after that, Robin's going to order the appraisal on the property. All right. So we want to do the repairs. Robin's going to order the appraisal. The appraiser is going to go in and say, hey, this is what the home is worth. So the inspection protects the buyer, making sure that you're not getting a money pit, or what you're getting. All right.
Mhm.
The appraisal protects the lender. All right. Making sure that a home is of the right value for the loan, but also protects the buyer in the sense that, hey, if that home does not appraise, 9 times out of 10, you get the benefit of a lower price point.
Right.
Right. 9 times out of 10. I've had cases where they didn't want to, but you know what? 9 times out of 10, you get the benefit of the lower price point. All right. So I mean, that really takes care of the negotiation and the under contract portion of the deal when we get to ordering the appraisal. And I mean, as far as the final details, there's not. I mean, Robin may still have to go back, and there may be still some things that they need to address with you.
Mhm.
But we've gotten the majority of those done by being underwritten up front.
Mhm.
All right. There may be
And
some
you're already
things that,
working on them.
right. We're working on them. Right. There may be some things that come out of the appraisal on the house that need to be
Yeah.
be done, and sometimes the appraisals have to go back twice.
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, you're well on your way to being a homeowner once you get, once we get through those steps in the process. All right. Does anybody have any questions? I guess I don't know. How about give you the phone number? You can dial in. Right. There's if you want to dial in, it's 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. All right, Raheem, put my number in the scroll. Put my number in the scroll, the corrected number in the scroll. Yeah, thank you. All right, and that is 678.
You're the only one? Can I
Yeah.
have my number in the scroll? Raheem?
Yeah, go ahead, put, number in the scroll.
Oh, come on, Raheem. Come on.
Does he know your number?
Watch this.
All right, mine's is 678-948-5502, Raheem.
678
678-948-5502.
5502.
All right. So, man, you know
Put
what?
mine first,
All right,
Raheem.
one show, everything is going to be perfect.
Yeah,
that's really my fault. But I love the Zoom. I love the fact that we can do this.
I agree.
From our homes. In my office in Smyrna, we wouldn't be practicing social distancing because we're a little close there.
Yeah, this works.
And who knows where? Never mind. All right. So we've kind of covered the bulk of the process. Anything else you want to cover or you want to share with folks, Robin?
I'm trying to think of things. I did want, okay. So I mentioned that a lot of the down payment assistance things have gone away. And so I've heard people say, oh, well, should I wait for that? And I should mention that we do currently still have one that's available. That's a grant program. But sometimes these things, it's give and take with a lot of the DPA, with the down payment assistance programs, because you may be getting a higher rate. So there is still one that I have, but it's for conventional financing. So conventional financing typically comes with, it comes with a higher interest rate. So if you have the money, then it's best in a lot of cases. Like I could easily give a lot of times the grant is for $2,500. There's one for $2,500. There's one for $15,000. It depends on where you are. It has factors that I won't get into, but there's factors to it. But for that $2,500 to get it, you may be costing yourself half a point, a full point. So you're paying higher interest. You are paying a higher mortgage payment. You're paying higher mortgage insurance. So all of these things are factors to me where I present it and then I say, I don't think it's worth it. If you have it, if you absolutely need it, then it's something that we can look at and do. So I would just stress the importance of not assuming that it's better to wait for this or wait for that, but honestly, have a conversation, if not with me, with someone to say, hey, this is where I'm at and this is what it looks like, so that you can make a more informed decision. Because I think that's the important thing is the education of it all. And I'm not going to, and I know James isn't going to, just put you in a situation that's not to your best interest. So
Right.
I would say to just have the conversation and don't assume that you're going to wait for this or wait for that, because you may be waiting yourself out of the best situation for you.
Absolutely.
So,
Hey, look, I would tell you right now that, you know, I have one client that, you know, was waiting for the right time to buy the house. I mean, it was, you know, he's in a lease, but he was waiting for that right time to buy the house. But what happens now? I mean, what happened? You know, he got furloughed from his job. All right, so now it's going to push it past his lease being expired, right?
yeah.
So he's going to have to figure out, you know, whether he's going month to month until he gets his job back, and then we got to figure out what the environment's going to be like
Right.
post-pandemic, right?
Right.
In terms of when we can all go outside again, all right? And we still have to we don't got to wear blindfolds. Oh, no, that's sorry. That was what was that movie? Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Yeah. No, so we don't have to wear a mask or, you know, kind of resume our normal lives. And who knows when that happens? This is our new normal. All right. So what I want to do is make sure that that we see what your situation is now. If we can act now and it makes sense, let's go ahead and get you into that house while demand is low. I can't see what's in the chat box, so it looks like
You can't see it?
No, I can't see that. Just for the record. Because you grinning, but, you know,
I'm not talking to you, so it's okay. That's me and Raheem.
Oh, that's you. Okay. Y'all talking about me. That's all right.
No, I thanked him for putting me first on the scroll.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Raheem, you're fired. No,
I'm gonna start my own podcast. Raheem is me.
Right. It'll be this week in lending with Robin Hutchinson.
The Mortgage Minute with Robin Hutchinson.
The Mortgage Minute. Okay. All right. Okay. Now he got jokes. Raheem, that's how I ended up getting this job.
See, it's my guy. He sounds great.
Right. Time check. It is 6:52.
8 minutes.
We've been
8
running.
minutes, Dougie Fresh.
Huh? I know, right?
I said 8 minutes, Dougie Fresh.
8 minutes, actually 7 now. Ha ha he. Yeah, I mean, so but on my side, you know what? I'm gonna make a shameful plug that, you know, I would love to represent you guys as your agent. Feel free to call me or hit my inbox. Use the 678-948-5502 number. 678-948-5502. Not the one that I fat fingered.
I'm laughing because I think you're about to tell your agent, say, hit me on my hip.
I wasn't going there.
Beat me.
But you know what? I would love to. I mean, if you want to sell a home, this is a great time to sell it. If you want to buy a home, it's a great time to buy it. All right. You know, but reach out to me at any stage because I can help you get prepared. You know, I have the contractors if the house needs work. I have an inspector special right now that if you let me list your house, I will cover your inspection costs for free if you let me list your house. I can't do it for buyers, but if you let me list your house, I can cover your inspection costs.
That's
all right. All right. And that's you. So that will at least give you an idea. Your pre-inspection let you know exactly what needs to be done in that house, and the game plan. We'll build that game plan to get those things done.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give Robin some time for a shameless plug as well.
I would love it. Um, well, like James said, I agree with James. I would love to represent you to help you through the process, whether you are first time home buyers, which I have a soft spot in my heart for, as I said, because of what the experience that I had. Also, if you are a homeowner looking to do a refinance, which is not something that James works with what I do. Rates are great right now. It's a wonderful time to, because the interest rates are so low. If you bought 5, 6 years ago, there's your rate is nowhere near what would be offered right now. It's a great time to maybe tap into some of that equity, do some home improvements, whatever you want to do while the interest rates are low. It's a big thing. I would love to help you through that. If you have questions, if you know that you're not ready, but you want to know what things you could do to prepare, anything like that, I'm open to any questions. Advice is completely free, and I love to help anyone that's looking to get into the real estate, to build your real estate portfolio, as we should say. So please reach out to me. Numbers on the scroll, but 678-994-2031. Love to talk to you.
All right, guys. And hey, if you're interested in becoming a realtor,
Oh, that's
I would
good.
love to help you with that journey as well.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many people got into real estate during the '08 crisis, right?
Yeah.
Because it's an opportunity for you to learn trial by fire.
Mhm.
But quite honestly, the market. Like I said, the market is good. You know, I know people are asking me all the time, "Hey James, can I sell? Should I sell now? Hey James, should I buy now?" And I say, the best time to buy is now. The best time to sell is now. All right, and especially if you're trying to do both, because you'll be buying into this market, or you'll be selling out of this market, and you'll be buying into this market. All right,
Mhm.
and you get, you'll benefit from on the sales side. You'll benefit from more buyers being there than sellers. But on the sales side, you know, you'll be probably better positioned because you have some cash from the sale of your home. All right. And still be benefiting from the low interest rates, going into your new home. All right.
Not to
So I would
mention the
love
people
to
sitting on the sideline right now.
say that again.
I said, and getting in front of the people that are sitting on the sidelines right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's important, is to get in front of those people, player hating from the sidelines. All
Right.
right. Buy your own house. Why are you sweating mine? Sorry, that was not a Little Kim line, but I just kind of.
That was Little Kim.
Yeah.
Okay. I
All
don't
about the
know.
Benjamins, baby.
Okay.
Okay. She's Cali. She the California rap.
That's
She
right.
on that
Quote
federal
Snoop,
East
but I
Coast
got you.
East.
Quote Snoop, and I'm in. Give me a little DJ click.
Okay.
No.
No, stop. Okay. All
Ooh.
right. Now she gonna try to dance. You can't dance.
I can crip walk. I
Okay.
can though.
We're waiting.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm
You're
being
not gonna do that.
professional right
You're
now.
being
I tell
professional.
you what, I will crip walk at your closing. Call me,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and we will crip walk out with those keys.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see the closing attorney now. Call security. Security. We got some riffraff out here.
You're probably
Crip
true.
walking.
Right.
We got a
Y'all don't
crip.
know what just
Okay. Clutch your purse. I mean, hide your purse. And
happened.
anyway, hey guys, I appreciate we got a chance to spend this hour with you.
Yes.
Robin, thank you for joining
Thank you.
this conversation.
Yeah, love this.
Hopefully, we were of some use and provide some value to someone out
Right.
there. All right, you guys stay safe. All right. Stay safe.
Yeah.
All right.
It ain't over.
And feel free to reach out to me or Robin after this, or hit my in my inbox, or call me on 678-948-5502. You can call Robin at 678-994-2031.
That's it.
All right, cool. I was trying to get it as it was scrolling by. All right. We appreciate the time, and we are out of time. Hey,
until
Raheem,
next time.
have a great job.
See you next time for the Mortgage Minute.
Wow. Wow. No, we didn't do it. We didn't end like that, did we? The Mortgage Minute. We're still live. It is the Real Estate Hour with James Peters.